Hi and welcome. This is Andrew Higgs and Kelly Yeager of MCPA, which is the Masterclass Performing Arts. And we're here talking about their upcoming performance of Daddy Longlegs. You put this on originally right in the beginning of the pandemic, but you couldn't do it live. What were some of the challenges that you experienced, and why did you put on how many shows? You guys were just talking to me. How many shows did you put on during the pandemic?
A lot. We put on 9 virtual cabarets, 8 virtual plays, and 5 in-person shows with limited audiences.
With limited audiences.
Some with no audience.
Some with no audiences.
Right, so you were tapping into like the streaming technology that was offered then, right? And why would you try to do that? Why would you? That's a lot of performances when everybody else was like shut down. What was the logic there?
The kids need it. They need a way to express themselves and to be able to get out of the pandemic somehow and be themselves.
What areas do you service with MCPA?
So we've had children, actually in Beauty and the Beast right now, we have children from the age of 4 all the way up to 64.
4 to 64. So really anybody can participate in MCPA. It's really not, it's not just little kids, it's not college kids.
I think we have kids all the way in Pisaki now, all the way up past Saratoga, Glens Falls, Hudson Falls.
Excellent. And where do you perform? Do you perform only at one venue, or are you performing at a variety of venues?
We perform at a variety. So we have performances in Troy, we have performances in North Greenbush, we have performances in Schenectady, and now we're moving with Daddy Longlegs to a few performances up at the Glove in Gloversville. Very
cool. Now, didn't you mention you had performed at the Glove and directed at the Glove some time ago?
Yes, I performed in Gypsy and Spamalot and directed Miracle on 34th Street, Clue, and Spamalot.
It's full circle, bringing MCPA to the Glove. That's fabulous. So we are here with the director of Daddy Longlegs. This is Alexia Halsey. So welcome. Thank you for coming.
Oh, thank you for having me.
Yeah. So this is your second show to be directing for MCPA?
Second show I've directed, I've mainly directed. I did a couple assistant directing roles before, but this is one of my first big ones.
Excellent, excellent. Yeah. So they gave you some opportunities to kind of work through what you would look like as a director. So they didn't just throw you in the deep end and say, go to it.
No, I would never have done that. That would have been a little much.
So that's nice that they had an opportunity for you to kind of slip in and do such a lovely job with these young artists here.
Yeah, I initially actually came in just to help with acting stuff, and I was here to help character development, and then I slowly did more and more with the kids until I was considered a co-director for, I think, Little Shop of Horrors, and then they had me direct High School Musical several years back now. So, and now we're here.
Now we're here, right. And so what do you like about this particular show? Is there anything that resonates with you?
Just a beautiful story about true connection and just love and miscommunication and identity. There's just so much to it, and it's so beautifully done. And as someone who majored in writing, a lot of the letter aspect I find very fascinating, and just the narrative and all of it. So
you come at this from an actor's perspective, right? So your storytelling techniques come from an actor's focus as opposed to just musicals.
Yeah, I've been doing theater in general since like 8th grade, which was too long ago. But yeah, I started a couple years ago. I stopped doing musicals so much, and I started doing more straight plays, which I found I liked a lot better because I like focusing on that acting aspect. But then focusing on that, it's easier to then bring that into songs and do more acting while singing. So I have a lot of fun working with them on those kind of things.
Absolutely, yeah, and I can see that. You definitely help pull out the story in not just singing, but actually through their eyes telling the story. So that's lovely.
Thank you.
Well, thank you for joining us today.
Absolutely.
Yeah, we're so looking forward to seeing your production of Daddy Longlegs.
Good. I really hope that we get a lot of people to come because it really is just a great story.
All right. This is Alexia Halsey, the director of Daddy Longlegs, and the show's coming up in late March. This is our stage manager, Emily Spatolt, extraordinaire. So, Emily, what brings you to this team?
Well, I met Andrew working at a professional theater company in Chatham, New York, and I was very young, and he kind of took me under his wing, and we did a production of Heathers together, and from there it kind of set off. I've been working with him for over, I think it's 6 years now, and it's just been a wild ride of performing and conducting and choreographing and stage managing and building sets, you name it.
Wow, you do all those different things.
Yes.
Wow.
Except for costumes.
No costume.
We'll not do costumes.
No costumes.
I can't dress myself, so.
So what's the big challenge with this show?
Honestly, I am one of the only people who is coming on. Literally, this is my second rehearsal.
Wow.
So it's hard for me to learn what everybody else is relearning, and just trying to keep everybody together and keep us all on the one task at hand.
Right, and manage all those props.
There's so many props. There's so many props. So many different letters too, and just practicals and books and oh my goodness.
And so the running joke with the letters are?
Which letter is it? What?
And how does it start?
And Dear Daddy? Dear Daddy Longlegs? Yeah, that's close enough. You got it.
Stage manager extraordinaire.
Yes, come and see us. It's going to be a treat.
All right, so I'm here with the stars from Daddy Longlegs. This is Jerusha and Jervis. This is Sarah Dwarman and Aiden Halsey. So, guys, tell us about it. This is your second time around, yeah?
Yes. Something like that.
What happened the first time?
An audience of maybe 6 people.
Because
So,
COVID-19 was happening at the time.
So it was filmed, right, and
Yeah.
streamed.
It was filmed, and we had, family and friends, and that was it.
So now you get to have it not once, but in 2 venues. That's very
Exactly.
cool. Yeah, and a live
hopefully
fun,
more
more
than 6
people.
people will come.
Yeah.
and a live orchestra. Yeah, there you
Yes.
go. So instead of canned
Yes.
music.
I'm excited for that.
Yes,
Yes.
that'll be a lot of fun. I won't have to wait for my cues.
Yeah, it's a challenging show that way, right? It's like
Yes, it's
a lot of
a lot
Dear
of
Daddy,
music.
right? A lot of Dear Daddy, right? There's like
Dear Daddy Longlegs.
right. How many letters do you have that's Dear Daddy Longlegs?
There's like
90%
60.
of them.
Like 60 in total, I think.
Very cool. So, did you guys perform during the pandemic?
Yes, some virtual, and then when things started opening up again, I did some in person. So, it's nice to be getting back into it more.
What she said.
Was it important for you to
Yes.
perform when you
It
were?
was, I learned a lot over the year of COVID, even though it seems like a time when I wouldn't. I adapted, and I gained a lot of skills just trying to figure it out on my own. So when I got back to doing actual theater, I had so much more to offer. So that's been a lot of fun, real cool.
And was MCPA part of that journey?
Yes, of course.
Yeah. MCPA was honestly the one thing that kept me going musically and acting wise through 2020 and
That's the
other
year.
one, 2021. Because they had all the virtual cabarets and stuff, and I would go all out on those.
You did go all out.
Don't go back and watch those.
Go back and watch the
No,
puppet one.
don't do that. Oh, that one's good actually. You can watch that one.
The music video.
Yeah.
So you found your creativity, right?
Yeah.
Even though you were
Yes.
boxed in. All right.
Come and see Daddy Longlegs at the Electric City Barn.
And the Glove Theater.
Bye-bye.